everybody, Looney Farm Guy here with a new mod for Tuesday, March the 29th. And this is an interesting, I must say, very interesting little piece of equipment. This is the Cultivator NVFT 72 disc by SM Farm. 9.02 megabytes to download and only 7 slots on console. Now, this is a disc hero, as you can see. But it has a number of, well, interesting and somewhat exciting features, if you could say that. Definitely interesting, to say the least, and I think it's something that everyone actually should have in their uh, option to use on their farm. Let's take a look at it first. Where will we find it? We'll find it under Tools and Disc Arrows, actually. Disc Arrows. There we go. And all the way to the end. Here it is, the Lizard NVFT 72 disc. $56,000 to purchase, which is, well, it's not overly expensive, but here it is. 205 horsepower, which is a little on the higher end, but not ridiculously so. And as you'll see in a moment, that's just somewhat of a suggested horsepower. 7.1 meters wide, so that is actually quite good. That's quite a wide basically it's a cultivator. And at only 205 horsepower, that's very impressive. And what's even more impressive, it does it at 15 miles per hour. Yes. All right, let's take a look at it. And there it is. No color options, no configurations. It is what it is. And it has a bit of a unique way. Well, let's just say this would be great on very small maps or confined maps, because I will show you why. Now you can see it already. We have a hitch here and a hitch here. So if you recall, we do have a few pieces of equipment that are something like this. I have this Kloss here that's at 205 horsepower. This is more than enough to pull this piece of equipment. Now, there's a little bit of a trick to get this thing operational. Now, transportation, you just hook it up and you drive it around. Very easy, very simple, very narrow, very easy to maneuver. Will work very good in smaller, narrow passages, narrow roads, getting it out of a narrow, say a narrow store area. All right, so let's look at the options. L1, lower cultivator. Well, we don't want to do that. You don't want to do that when you're hooked to that end. So don't do that. R1. Now here we go. The R1, you have this right stick. Now that is going to drop your other hitch. And if you do L1 and R1, there's nothing there, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now you unhook. And you go around. This is once you've reached your field, right? I'm just showing you there. Okay, so now you hook up. And R1 again, and you can finish going down, pulling down. So up is up. You don't want to go all the way up, because then it's going to start lifting that. Whoa. Oh, and that happens. So don't do that. We're going to buy another one, because it's really, really difficult to fix that. So that's the tricky part. Don't do that. If you want, and this is the safest part, the safest way to do this is, and I'll show you now, you hook up R1, you go all the way down, and then once it's all the way in the down, I can say down position, then you can release it, and don't ever touch that again until you go back to hook it up again. All right. So now that we're hooked up here, do not do anything with the R1. Now it's the L1. L1 or yes, L1 only. So L1. Now you can lower the cultivator, and it's going to do this, and that's where it's cultivating. So let's lift it, and we'll go over to a piece of ground, a field. So it's not cultivating right now. It's just kind of rolling along. It's not going to do anything. This is just kind of transport mode while it's hooked. Right? You see that? Okay. So now L1 and lower. See how it spreads out? Now it's in cultivation mode, and you can go forward, and it will cultivate. So this way, if you lift it, it no longer cultivates, and you can go drive over top of another crop without worrying about cultivating it, right? As soon as you drop it, lower it, then it activates it. And there you go. So it's going to do that at 15 miles per hour. 15, there it is, 15 miles per hour. Quite quickly. Now, all right, so there's that. Let us see. Oh, we don't want to see that yet. So the workers, here we got another Kloss. Workers love it. They work it. It works fantastic. Here's a little Massey at 150 horsepower, so 50 horsepower less, and no problem getting up. So it's really easy to pull. You could probably do this with 100 horsepower, even less. I wouldn't hesitate to try it on a really low horsepower tractor. And of course, like everything, I have it hooked up to this Fendt 1050 with the drawbar, and he is clipping along at 34, 33, 34, whoa, miles per hour. And so, yes, even though 15 miles per hour is probably fast farming for most of you, yeah, this, put the drawbar on it, and you can fly like the birds. As we'll see here, we just get going here, and yes, zing, a zing. As you can see, it's a deep cultivator, so it's heavy cultivating. It'll pull up some stones, and it's very easy to pull, and it's very easy to pull fast. So, yeah, it doesn't have any color options. Yeah, it has no options, but man, this thing is a fantastic little cultivator. Be great for smaller machines. And especially even without doing any kind of goofy fast farming thing that you might say, it goes at 15 miles per hour without the use of any augmentation. And it does a really great job, and the workers use it well, and oh, it's just a plus. Yeah, plus. That is, so there you go. That's the Cultivator NVFT 72 disc. Apparently it's Brazilian. By SM Farm, 9.02 megabytes to download, and 7 slots on console. Get it while it's hot. I'm Lily Farm Guy, and I love this mod. And don't forget, it's just a game. Till next time, bye for now.